What made you want to start a creative project being so broke? This is an energy industry.
Yeah.
You work with the people that you find good energy with. We were all underdogs first before we were anybody.
Yeah.
I was a fake producer when you met me. Girl, do you know how surreal it feels to be here? And I was saying this to you before, the fact that like my life in entertainment and just being a creative person started with you there in the very, very early days. And the fact that we are here today is actually like a full circle moment. It feels so good.
I appreciate
We've
that.
come far, sis. We really have.
That's how I feel every time I go to one of your events. And honestly, you know me. I've said this before. I am not a party person.
She's not.
I'm not. But you know that the love is real when I will buy a ticket for your event. But more than that, I will show up to help you set up.
I swear to God. And every time you buy a ticket and you come to help and set up, I'm like, what is this girl doing?
I will do that for you.
You came, you did labor, and you also invested in the brand.
And then I left.
These are the friends we need. And then she left.
And then I left.
She stays for like an hour and that's it.
And that's it.
You're a real OG.
Hey, the love is there. The love will always be there. I kind of want to talk about how we met because I spoke about you before on the podcast multiple times.
You have told me.
I spoke about you a lot
I
of times
know.
by different
It's
names as
okay.
well. Because in my
Right.
heart, you have there's different faces to you.
You know so many sides of me.
Mm.
You know the complete version of me.
Mm.
A lot of people don't know the complete version of me.
Same.
It's crazy.
You know a lot about me. People see me calm and collected. They think that's who I am.
No.
Right. Right.
This is a facade.
Okay. It's all facade, but there's more.
There is.
There's a lot more. Like an
There's-
onion.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of layers. There's a lot of substance.
Mm. So we're gonna talk about how we met,
Yes. Let's
and
do it.
I want to hear your side of the story. I want you to tell the people how we met.
do it. Okay, should I start?
Yeah.
Okay. So Rami says that I catfished her.
Big time.
She is my pandemic best friend. First of all, shout out to COVID.
Maybe not.
Shout out to what's his name? Actually, let's not do this. Let's not do this. You know where I was gonna go. We don't need to talk about the files, but I was gonna go there.
Not on this podcast. Anyways, back to the
Anyways.
story.
Anyways, it was during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Rami was exploring her creativity.
Rami was broke. Rami was broke, jobless, fresh out of uni, and legitimately a week away from homelessness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. What made you want to start a creative project being so broke?
I had time. And I was like, what can I do at this time?
Word. Because that's it. When we have too much time, this is where we feel like we need to do something creative. Maybe this is the thing that's going to take me out of poverty.
You know what I thought? I thought that the idea was so unique. People would jump on it.
Yeah.
I really believe that money will come.
Well, I jumped on it.
True.
Rami reached out to me because at the time of the pandemic, I wasn't broke. I was working. But
Was that shade? It's giving shade. It's giving shade.
but I was working from home, and that was such a new thing to me. And the thing, like the concept of having more time than you ever did before, because you don't have to commute to an office, was like, ooh, I can do something great with this time. So I was home and I thought I wanted to learn how to produce music. And so I started producing music. I did my first Kizomba beats. Shout out to Kizomba. I'm a Kizomba girl forever. And I felt like I could do this thing.
Now I'm going to bring back to my side of the story. Y'all heard this, right? She started dabbing into the producing side of music. This woman had on her Instagram,
Producer.
all of these titles. And she had a picture with like in what it looked like a home studio, and I was like,
It was a home studio.
I was
We
like,
built that.
she's about that life. I need a
Yeah.
female producer because every single artist in this project will just be women. And she's Angolan too. I saw her name. I was like, there's Portuguese in here.
Yeah.
In terms of odds, she has to be Angolan.
Yeah.
She has to. So I was like, this is even better.
Yeah.
And I messaged her and I was like, I see that you're a producer. Do you want to jump on this project that I have going on? Now back to you.
Okay, I was very humble. I said, girl, I'm learning.
Catfish. Skills fish.
Listen, I was humble. So, okay, I was humble. I said, girl, I'm learning, but I like the sound of your project because you had a whole presentation.
Yeah.
Period.
Shout out to Keynote.
Yeah, you were big on Keynote.
Yeah.
She had a big presentation. I loved the project. I still wanted to be in, but I was humble. I said, girl, I'm learning, but I do have connects and I do know people who produce and are on the level that you are looking for. So I'm happy to connect you to the people. And yeah, I think from there, what happened after that? I feel like
we had a call. I think it was a Teams call or something like that.
Yeah.
And we just vibed. And I was like, I'm going to be friends with this girl.
Yeah. Honestly, from the very first moment of that Teams call, I was like, this is my person.
Yeah.
I really like her. I like her and whatever's going on, and I want to be a part of it.
Not whatever's going on.
There was a lot going on
here. Anyways, I call you my little sunshine because you, my pandemic friend, you met me at a time of turbulence. A lot of turbulence is going on in my life. And I think women of color, especially Black, especially being like the oldest sibling, we are taught that our value is always attached to how much we can give to others. Oh my God, I'm going to cry.
Stop.
Oh my God, I'm going to cry. So the fact that I like showed up at your house with legitimately nothing. I had literally one suitcase. And I don't know, just the fact that you were just so welcoming and helped me without asking anything back. And the reason why I call you my little sunshine is because you taught me that I deserve the world even when I can't give anything back to people. Yeah. And you taught me that without actually saying these words, because you never said this to me, but you just showed it. So you're always here in my heart. You're always going to be here. In my heart. So big shout out to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But honestly, I appreciate you weekly? Equally. I appreciate you equally because as much as, I'm the kind of person that will always put I would always use the card that everything's okay, even when things are turbulent. Yeah, I'll always put this skin on. I'm good. I can take on anything. But you also met me at a time that I was also going through a lot, and I was transitioning. I was trying to find out what I was supposed to do in life, or what kind of like, what is my calling, as cheesy as that sounds sometimes. But you really helped me find that. And you taught me about discernment, which is something... So funny. You told me about discernment, which is something I really needed to learn, because as sweet as I am, and I love being who I am, especially because of how I was raised, and the mother I have, I'm a reflection of her. Yeah. But people like that, they can be used. But you taught me to square up. Yeah. Just be discernment is important. Discernment. As a woman, discernment will literally save you. Absolutely. Yeah. And that is the best gift I could have ever received in my life, because all of my decision making since meeting you has got so much better. And it's always, anytime I think of something or a decision, I think, what would Rami say? That is both a weapon and a shield. It is a shield. Yeah. So, no, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for the times we had together, too. Honestly, we don't even have time to go into that. We don't. But, yeah, I just want to give you a shout out because, like I said, you're always here. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. You're always here, too. My pandemic friend. And on that note... What's up, B? Welcome to another episode of the Pyjamas Club, a podcast where we talk about everything, nothing, and all the things in between. This week's guest is someone who understands that a good event isn't just about music or a venue. It's about energy,
community, and that moment when everyone looks around and they think, yeah, this is a vibe. This woman has people traveling from other countries, okay, from Paris, to come to her events, okay? She's an event marketing manager, community leader, founder of Vai Vai Brunch, and the organizer of Back Home Brunch. She's creating spaces where culture, music, food, and good people come together. In addition to being my little sunshine, okay, she also manages 2 incredible, super funny DJs.
They are amazing. I absolutely love them.
So please give it up for Elia Lopes. Woo!
Thank you. Wow, what an introduction.
Yeah.
What?
Are you happy that this is
Yeah.
sticking to work?
That's yeah. That's yeah. My 2 amazing DJs are absolutely like they are just amazing.
Shout out to both of them.
They
They'll
give
be
me
here
so
soon.
much life. There's so much I could talk about them.
We like to start the episodes with a segment called Bedtime Thoughts. And this is essentially a small segment where we talk about little things that keep us up at night.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm just going to go back to our friendship.
Oh,
And
crying.
Stop. I think one thing I do think about a lot is that kindness is actually, it's free. Doesn't cost much. But we live in a world now more than ever where I feel like we are suspicious about people before we even meet them. We don't have an open heart. We don't we're very closed. So I really think about and people have the right to be closed because there's a lot of madness out there. But I always think choose kindness first and then see where it goes. Use discernment. If you need some, subscribe to my Rami. She will give you some discernment for real. But yeah, kindness is free. Kindness is simple. It doesn't have to be hard. And I think from what I've learned through life, the more kind people I come across, those people tend to be the people that stay in my life the longest. And they feel like my forever people. And not only that, they're the people that I can trust with everything and anything, whether it be work related, whether it be personal. Kind people, those are the people I trust.
Yeah, you are a very kind person. So that makes sense. I just couldn't imagine you being around someone that isn't.
Yeah.
As a choice, though, it's different. 'Cause, there's sometimes we don't really have a choice, and especially when you talk about working and being in a specific industry, you kind of have to make things work. But as an active choice, I can't imagine you being around someone that isn't.
Yeah. The sweetness that I'm referring to is just someone who is pleasant, someone who has it in their heart to help other people.
Okay.
There's a lot of people you come across in the industry that we work in entertainment or events or artists. You'll come across them and you can feel the energy. This is an energy industry.
Yeah.
You work with the people that you find good energy with. And unfortunately, some people get so high, and congratulations to them, but as high as they have gotten, their heart turns cold. Sometimes could be a time thing. You do have to be selective with your time and people, especially when you climb to a certain stage. But I always believe in collaboration and supporting the person that's starting, because we were all underdogs first before we were anybody.
Yeah.
I was a fake producer when you met me. And then I developed to become who I am now. Someone who has a lot more value to give,
Yeah.
But I just always believe that everyone has value, no matter what. Some people, yes, maybe they are time wasters, but you can sense that in them. But it's how you even treat those people.
Yeah.
Treat those people with the same kindness as you would someone who you are, fascinated by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's valid. And that mindset that you have, it's very connected with the fact that you're a community leader, right? Because I don't think you would be able to curate events at a certain level if you didn't have that mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it comes to both brands that you're working with currently, so Vai Vai and Back Home, first of all, how did that start?
How far back do we go?
You know, let's keep
Okay.
it cute.
Let's keep it cute. Okay, so my life with events started just as we were breaking out of COVID.
Yeah.
There wasn't much happening, obviously, because we had COVID restrictions. But as the restrictions started to lift off, um, myself and a friend, we put together an event. You were a part of that too. And it blew off. It blew off because people needed to party.
People needed to shake their ass.
Yeah, it started with an outdoor party. We planned for 60 people. Over 300 people showed up. It was crazy. But then from there, obviously, we did an event not knowing much, not knowing how to negotiate with venues and stuff like that. We who used the field. But then we decided to actually go serious into this thing and learn how to do it properly. And so then I started creating events that had amapiano music in it, because in the north, amapiano was just not played at all. So we were really the pioneers that brought piano to Newcastle. And that was the main part of the event. So we played other genres as well, like bashment. We just wanted to make people feel like it was a place they belonged, no matter what country they came from. So we would play music from Angola, from the Caribbean, from African countries, the Congo, South Africa. And I feel like bringing so many people together is what strengthened the brand to become what it is, and what strengthened any other brand after that. It was always the community feel, the feeling that we gave to people that we belonged. We can smell our food. We can listen to our music. We are surrounded by people that look just like us. Not excluding people that didn't look like us either. There's a lot of diversity that comes to the events now, and it's so good to see that too. So that's how it started. Started after COVID, and then Vai Vai Brunch started as a sister brand to Back Home Brunch. So Back Home Brunch was founded by DJ Danny Huss, Sushi, and Shakes. And these are three DJs that went to university together. And just like we were working and operating in the north, making and curating events for our community that didn't have anything to go to, they did the same in Plymouth. And so they strengthened their brand there, and then they came up with this new concept of bringing the Caribbeans and the Africans together. And they did really well. I loved the structure of their events. And so Vai Vai came out of a sister brand out of that. But Vai Vai is simply created to African Portuguese speaking countries. And we added Brazil into that as well, because honestly, Brazilians and
Angolans,
we're cousins.
We're cousins. I'm sorry. We're literally cousins.
Literally cousins. The music, the food, everything is so similar, and it feels like home. No, like if you go to a Brazilian household, you feel at home. If you come to an Angolan household or Cape Verdean house, you feel at home. It's a very similar vibe. So yeah, Vai Vai Brunch is a sister brand of Back Home Brunch, and it's very similar in how it's structured, but the music, the culture is obviously very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, friends.
Thank you, sis.
I have so many questions, but all I want to say is, I'm really proud of you.
It feels so good coming out of you because you were there from the beginning. You really saw
in that field. We were there carrying things, telling people off. That was my favorite thing to do, though.
Yeah, you enjoyed telling people off.
Love that.
You did that very well. Yeah, the drive.
So
crazy.
what would I'm sure that you had so many events in the last 5 years, 6 years now. Whoa, 6 years. It's crazy. There's been loads of lessons. So what's something recent that you've learned that you're going to take to your next events?
Recently, trust your people, trust your team. Get involved with people that you can really trust. When you work in events and you work in entertainment, a lot of people are trying to get on. They all trying to look for opportunities, as they should. Keep pushing, keep looking for opportunities. But as a person that's managing an event and it means that much to you, find people that will love it as much. And I'll give you an example. So we have Daisy for Vai Vai Brunch, and she has come in as a second brain of mine, and that is so hard to find. And when I told her, girl, I really like your vibe, I like what you're doing, you're always involved with the community, I felt like I needed another community leader, someone that was already in with the people and was so loved and, admired as well, and just a fun person that enjoyed events. So it was a no-brainer to pick her. But she was like, yeah, I don't know how to manage events. I don't know how to organize events like this. I mean, I've done similar things, but I don't really have experience like that. And I was like, we're going to make a boss out of you. And she really stepped into that role to a level where sometimes I can sleep at night, and I know that there's things about Vai Vai that are being handled so perfectly without me having to think too much. And she's so good at that. She really is a second brain, and it's a very rare thing to find. But yeah, find your people. Find a person that's going to love a project as much as you do. And when she came in, she was like, do you know what? Vai Vai Brunch is my baby. And when she said that,
Because that's something you would say.
that's something I would say.
Yeah.
When she said that, when she took ownership of the brand like that, I was like, yeah, I trust you. I know, I can sleep. You know what? Let me even step out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So for Vai Vai Brunch, how big is your team? Is it just you and Dave?
So we are 7.
Okay.
There's 7 of us. Vai Vai Brunch, I really wanted the DJs to be involved in the brand, and they've done so well. They take as much ownership as everybody else when it comes to promoting, when it comes to just setting up the event, when it comes to making sure that everyone that's coming into the event is seen, is loved. Because that's the thing behind community events. As promoters, we're not the promoters that will sit behind the venue and, the DJs play. No, we really get involved. We like to speak on the mic to people. We like to find out where they're from, where they came from, or who they're with. A lot of people come to the events alone, and we really love to check up on those people and make sure that, you're not alone, you're with us. And that just happened yesterday. A guy came to the event looking fresh, looking good, correct. And I was like, sir, I've never seen you in Manchester before. Have you? Is this your first back home brunch? He was like, yes, my first back home brunch. I was like, okay, cool. Where are your people? He's like, I'm alone. I came on my own. And I was like, wow. Well, you're not alone. You're with us. Just chill with us. I'm going to go over there. Come with me. I'll introduce you to some people. And he just tagged along. And throughout the event, I saw this guy mixed with different people, just mingling with so many different people and really having fun. And this is why it's important to have a big team, because if it was just a two-man team, or it's harder to connect with people. But because you have so many people at the event on the floor, just connecting, making sure that everything is run smoothly, talking to security, talking to bar staff, talking to venue management, making sure that the DJ sets are on time. There's so many things that go into making an event a successful event that people will never know. But there's a lot of elements that need to be taken care of, and it's really good to have a big team like that.
Yeah, what I really like about your team dynamic is that you guys are all so in sync.
We have to be.
And even when you're not, I really like, just it's a personal preference of mine, I like seeing how people think. And obviously, because I helped you set up a couple of times, I've been just sitting in conversations where you guys were discussing things like you weren't sure what to do next, yada yada yada. But even that process of kind of like trying to figure out what we should do next, what everyone's opinion is, and then the vote system part, it's like, yeah, this is a great dynamic. Like, you have to do well. It's impossible not to. What would you say is the hardest thing about organizing these events?
Ooh, it's the things you can't control. It's the things you can't control, because we've done events for so many years, we already know what to expect. But there will be days that things happen and you don't have a backup plan. You just have to think on the spot. obviously after the years, you get used to becoming someone who can make quick decisions and the best decisions at the time. But yeah, I would say the things you can't prepare for. Yesterday, for example, there was a situation happening in the gentleman's bathroom with a girl and three guys, and it's like, okay, what do we do with this? And I remember turning to Sushi and be like, hey, there's a situation I've just been told about. This is the situation. And he was like, okay, is this within our control? And I was like, no, we need to get security on this straight up. So I ran to security and let them know what was happening. But these are the things that will shock you and be like, what?
Do you know who is everyone okay?
Everyone is okay.
Okay, cool. That's all.
It turned out to be a situation that, you know, it was consensual.
Thank you, because I was like, this is sounding like, okay, good. I'm glad we clarified.
Freaky people.
We're gonna move on. Do you have a favorite event so far?
Ooh, without being biased. Oh my God. That's so tough.
Maybe a favorite moment then. A moment that you will always remember.
Do you know what? I wasn't present for this moment, but it was the moment that stayed with me the most when I was told it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Someone got engaged at Back Home Brunch.
Really?
A man got on his knees and he thought, you know, while we have soccer playing in the background, this is the right moment to ask my woman to be the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with.
And she said,
and
yes.
she said, yes.
That's my man.
That's my man.
Beside him.
Honestly, I wasn't there. But when I was told, I was like, okay. And this is what makes making events like this feel meaningful, is the fact that we genuinely are connecting people and we're genuinely creating something meaningful. These memories are going to live with them forever. When they tell their kids, this is how I engaged your mom. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's amazing to know that in years to come, Back Home Brunch, just that word alone is going to be said.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's great to know that you have impact.
Yeah.
Yeah. A positive one, an impact in the community that you are part of.
Yes.
Just knowing that there's something that you're leaving with your people. That's big. That's very meaningful. Yeah. Yeah. Are you planning on going international?
Good question. We are with both Vai Vai Brunch and Back Home Brunch. Back Home Brunch especially has been sought after by other promoters that do events in Portugal very recently. I actually have a call with someone about that today. Yeah, it's good to see that the event is being sought after outside of the UK, but Portugal would be the next destination for both brands, if possible.
It makes sense for Oh, you know how I refer to Portugal? Because like we're Angolan, but Portugal is like the adoptive motherland.
It is.
So this makes sense.
Yeah.
And then next we're gonna see you in Angola. We're gonna see you in Ghana. We're gonna see you in Nigeria. We're gonna see you in Brazil. I was gonna get there.
Brazil would be amazing.
Brazil would be fun. Hey, just a heads up. When you do, take me. I'll help.
Another executive flight?
Hey, don't expose me like that. They don't need to know. They don't need to know about that.
Okay.
Just say tech is a great place to work.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really cool. And okay, so I'm glad to know that the impact is growing outside of the UK. Obviously, you have people traveling to the event. Do you want to tell that story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I met the most incredible group yesterday. First of all, when I saw them, they were dressed to impress. They were dressed like a retro, late 80s, 90s type of vibe. And I was like, there was a guy who was like 6 foot, 7 foot tall. I'm tiny. So everyone, girl, he wasn't 7 foot, of course, but he felt like a giant. He was holding a briefcase, a whole leather briefcase at Back Home Brunch.
Right.
I said, I need to speak to this guy. because why did you come to this event with the briefcase?
Right.
And what's in it? I'm curious. So, and then I realized there was 3 of them. And from conversation with them, I could tell by their accent as well. They were very French. Um,
Do you remember their names?
Girl.
Sorry.
We went through the names yesterday. So we had Sweet Elephant.
Okay.
That's her name is Sweet. Was Sweet Elephant. That's her name on Instagram. We had Fabienne.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had, what was it?
La Comine? La Comine?
La Commune. La Commune.
I'm sorry to
That was
you.
the toughest name to remember. But shout out to you because he had an amazing energy. Anyways, these 3 people, they flew from France, from Paris, the day before Back on Brunch. They came to Back on Brunch and they went back to France at 7 a.m. today, which is crazy. And I was just like, how did you find us? And he was like, with his very French accent. Oh, you know.
You know, Eventbrite.
Eventbrite. I found you on Eventbrite. And yeah, we are here. It's like, good for you, sir. And I was just like, oh, it's so good to have you, but have fun. And please don't leave without saying goodbye. And they were so good. They came, they found me. And I was like, I'm not going to let you go without doing an interview. I'd interviewed them and they were such good vibes. Turns out they're 3 dancers who just love the culture, love this music. And they were the 3 people that danced the most.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. They were very good vibes. And it's just incredible to see people travel from so far to just enjoy themselves. It feels great.
And this is literally just the beginning. It's going to keep happening. This is just the first time that it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to keep happening for sure.
I can't wait.
What advice would you give to people that want to start their own event?
I would say find the passion behind the reason you want to do an event first, because anything you lead with love will help you make it successful, you know? And yeah, find the reason behind it first. Why are you doing it? What is the purpose of it? Is it to connect people? Is it to inform people? There's different kinds of events. I also work in events outside of just entertainment, like conferences, networking events. So what is the purpose behind your event and why do you want to do it? And why are you so passionate about your idea? And then follow that passion through and find people around you that will believe in it too, because you can't do it alone. You can't, there's no such thing as doing something or accomplishing something in this life alone. You will need people.
Yeah.
So yeah, find your passion, find your people, find the purpose, and then connect the dots.
Good. Before we go, we like to ask our guests to commit to a goal on camera. So you need an actual tangible action with a time frame. And then when the time frame comes, we're going to have you on the podcast again, and you're going to tell us how we felt to achieve that goal.
Well, I hope that the next time I'm on your podcast, I'm flying from Dubai here to Manchester.
Just to be on the podcast.
Just to be on the podcast.
You need a time frame.
Let's say, well, something very unexpected just happened in the Middle East, so I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has changed a lot to do with my time scale. I would love to say by June this year, but it doesn't look likely. So let's be safe and say by next year.
No, it needs to be this year.
Oh, it has to be this year?
It has to be this year.
Okay, then let's say November.
Okay.
Before it starts snowing.
Okay.
I want to fly from Dubai to this cold Manchester to come and see you and sit here holding my bubble tea and tell you about all the crazy things that I'm doing in Dubai.
Okay, well, we're both going to be flying in. Guess.
Where will you be?
Hey, don't worry about that.
Brazil?
Brazil. Anything you would like to plug before we go?
Plug?
Mm-hmm.
Plug. So many things to plug. Well, definitely Back on Brunch. Honestly, it's such a fun event. And there's such an incredible team behind it. They deserve their flowers every day. I would say, yeah, definitely Back on Brunch. For anyone that hasn't been to Back on Brunch yet, go experience it. It's amazing. Vai Vai Brunch too. If you love funk music, if you love Kuduro music, if you just love Portuguese vibes and the food, definitely go. And yeah. And I would just love to leave a plug for everybody that I work with if I could. Just put all these little
All the names. Just
all the
popping
names
up.
everywhere because there's a big family behind this and
Yeah.
they all deserve their flowers. They all work really hard. They all take risks, and it's those kind of people that you definitely want to plug and just shine a light on them. And I try my best every time.
Thank you so much for coming to the podcast.
Thank you.
It was lovely to have you here finally. There's so many other things that we could talk about, but you know, we need to keep the mystery. And thank you so much for everyone that is listening and watching to the Pyjamas Club. There's some news about sponsors coming up soon, and we love sponsor news. We love
Coming.
Keep them coming, please. And yeah, let's clap to you. Thank you so much, friend.
And clap to you. Thank you so much for having me. It's such a, honestly, full circle moment to be here. It really is. I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of you. This is gay. Anyways, let's go.